legend returns. The car that once symbolized freedom, simplicity, and character has been reborn for the modern age. The 2026 Volkswagen Beetle is not just a nostalgic comeback. It's a statement. A statement that design and personality still matter in a world obsessed with power and practicality. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this new Beetle one of the most exciting reimaginings of an icon we've seen in decades. At first glance, the 2026 Beetle feels instantly familiar yet refreshingly modern. Volkswagen has managed to keep the rounded silhouette that made the original so lovable, but now it looks sharper, wider, and far more dynamic. The hood slopes gracefully into LED matrix headlights, giving it that signature, friendly face. But this time it carries a confident, almost futuristic edge. The Beetle's body lines are smoother, more aerodynamic, and its wheel arches flare out with purpose. It sits lower to the ground, especially in the R-line trim, giving it a sportier stance than any Beetle before it. Around back, you get a sleek LED light bar stretching across the rear, connecting two modern tail lamps that mimic the circular heritage look. The VW badge lights up in white at night, and just beneath it, a subtle spoiler integrates perfectly into the hatch. The attention to detail is remarkable. Even the rear bumper features a vintage chrome-style accent that nods to the original Type 1 Beetle of the 1960s. It's clear Volkswagen's design team didn't want to make a retro toy. They built a futuristic icon inspired by its roots. Underneath that charming exterior lies Volkswagen's latest MEB platform, the same electric architecture that powers the ID.3 and ID.4. Yes, the 2026 Beetle is fully electric, and that makes perfect sense. It's all about efficiency, charm, and fun, and this EV powertrain fits that character perfectly. You can choose between two main variants, the Beetle E and the Beetle R. The base Beetle E comes with a 58 kW battery pack and a single rear-mounted motor producing around 210 horsepower. It delivers a smooth, quiet, and peppy driving experience with up to 260 miles of range. For those who crave more excitement, the Beetle R steps things up with dual motors, all-wheel drive, and a total output of 330 horsepower. That's right, the fastest Beetle ever built, capable of sprinting from 0 to 60 mph in just 4.6 seconds. Performance is not the only story here. The 2026 Beetle feels nimble and precise thanks to its low center of gravity and near-perfect weight distribution. The steering feels light in the city but sharpens up beautifully at higher speeds, and Volkswagen's adaptive suspension keeps it composed on corners and smooth over bumps. Even regenerative braking has been tuned with a classic Beetle mode, simulating engine braking for a more nostalgic feel. It's these small touches that make this new Beetle more than just another EV. It feels like it has a soul. Step inside and you're greeted by one of the most charming interiors Volkswagen has ever made. The dashboard is a modern reinterpretation of the classic Beetle's shape, clean, rounded, and full of personality. The dual-tone color options immediately catch your eye: cream and navy, red and black, or the retro turquoise and white. The circular air vents, the chrome-trimmed knobs, and even the Beetle nameplate subtly embedded into the passenger side dash bring a sense of craftsmanship that's often missing in modern cars. And for nostalgia lovers, there's even a small flower holder, a direct tribute to the iconic bud vase from older Beetles. Of course, it's still a thoroughly modern cabin. A 12.9-inch floating touchscreen dominates the center, featuring Volkswagen's latest infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The digital instrument cluster is customizable, and one of the themes actually transforms the display into an analog-style speedometer with a vintage VW logo, a small but brilliant touch for fans of the original. Ambient lighting wraps around the doors and dashboard, allowing you to pick from 30 colors to match your mood or driving style. The seats are supportive yet playful in design, wrapped in vegan leather or optional recycled fabric with embroidered Beetle logos on the headrests. Space-wise, it's surprisingly practical. The front seats offer excellent legroom and visibility, while the rear is better suited for two adults on shorter trips. The trunk provides around 13 cubic feet of cargo space. Not massive, but enough for daily errands or a weekend getaway. The rear seats fold flat, making it surprisingly versatile for its compact shape. The driving experience is pure Volkswagen refinement, quiet, confident, and utterly smooth. The instant torque from the electric motors makes city driving effortless, and the Beetle's tight turning radius makes it perfect for urban environments. But when you take it onto the highway, it transforms into a stable, confident cruiser. The Beetle R's dual-motor setup feels especially energetic on twisty roads, with torque vectoring giving it a lively, planted feel. There's even an optional heritage mode that slightly adjusts the throttle response and steering feedback to mimic the quirks of the old air-cooled Beetles, a brilliant idea for enthusiasts who appreciate history blended with innovation. Safety-wise, Volkswagen didn't cut any corners. The 2026 Beetle comes loaded with advanced features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and automatic emergency braking. The R trim even offers a semi-autonomous driving assistant that can handle stop-and-go traffic with ease. Volkswagen has earned top marks in crash safety tests for their MEB-based vehicles, and the Beetle carries that same robust structure and protection philosophy forward. Charging is another highlight. Thanks to its 800-volt architecture, the Beetle can fast charge from 10% to 80% in about 25 minutes. That's faster than most cars in its class. A standard 11 kWh home charger tops it up overnight, and VW's partnership with Electrify America gives Beetle owners complimentary charging for the first 2 years. Practical, efficient, and green. This is the kind of future the Beetle always deserved. When it comes to pricing, Volkswagen made sure to keep the Beetle attainable. The base Beetle E starts around $34,000, while the sportier Beetle R begins at about $44,000. Given the build quality, tech features, and electric performance, it's positioned competitively against rivals like the Mini Cooper SE and Fiat 500e. But what sets it apart is personality. No other EV on the market feels as expressive and nostalgic as this one. The 2026 Volkswagen Beetle isn't trying to be the fastest or the most luxurious EV. It's built to make you smile every time you see it, every time you drive it. It brings back an emotion that's often missing from modern cars: joy. The way the Beetle blends the past and the future is simply magical. It respects its legacy while embracing progress. You can see it in the design, feel it in the drive, and sense it in the spirit of the car. Volkswagen didn't just bring back an icon, they reinvented it for a generation that values sustainability without sacrificing style. The Beetle was always more than transportation. It was a symbol of individuality, optimism, and freedom. And now in 2026, that spirit lives again, powered by electricity and built for tomorrow. So whether you're a longtime Beetle lover or someone who's just discovering its charm, this new model is something special. It's playful, it's efficient, and it's ready to make history all over again. The 2026 Volkswagen Beetle proves that legends never truly die, they just evolve with the times.